You watched the goals. You saw the scorelines. Messi, Mbappe, Haaland. But nobody told you what actually happened underneath those headlines. 3 records. 1 single day. And the real story is way stranger than the scoreline. Let's break it down properly. Start with Messi, because this one is not what you think it is. Yes, he scored a hat-trick. Yes, he tied Miroslav Klose's record of 16 World Cup goals. But here's what almost nobody is saying. This was Messi's first ever World Cup hat-trick. Not his first this tournament, his first ever. He's played at 6 World Cups. 2006, 2014, 2018, 2022, and now 2026. 20 years, 6 tournaments, 0 hat-tricks until last night. And there's a stat buried in here that nobody's talking about. At 38 years old, Messi just became the oldest player in World Cup history to score a hat-trick. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Klose set his record across 4 World Cups between 2002 and 2014 in 24 matches. Messi just matched that exact same number, but it took him 6 tournaments to do it. Slower, older, but he still got there. And after the match, Messi said something most players never would. He said the record doesn't mean anything, that it's just stats. Then he brought up Mbappe's name himself, completely unprompted.
Almost like he already knows who's coming for that record next. Because he's 1 goal away from owning this record outright, and Argentina has at least 2 more group games left to get it.
Speaking of Mbappe, here's what got buried under the Messi headlines. His double against Senegal didn't just win the game, it put him at 14 World Cup goals. 14 at 27 years old. Jos Fontaine's legendary record, 13 goals in a single World Cup back in 1958, has stood for almost 70 years. Mbappe already has more than that career total, and he's not done. Here's the number that should genuinely scare people. He's 2 goals behind Ronaldo Nazario's 15, 2 goals behind Messi and Klose's 16, and he's 10 years younger than Messi. This isn't a one-tournament story anymore. This is a multi-World Cup chase that could last another decade.
Now here's the one nobody is contextualizing properly. Haaland scored twice against Iraq. Everyone covered that. But here's what they left out. This was Norway's first World Cup appearance in 28 years. Think about that. There are Norwegian fans in their 30s who have never seen their country play a World Cup match in their entire adult life. Until last night. And the player who ended that wait is widely considered one of the 2 or 3 best strikers alive. He had never played a single minute of World Cup football before this match. 2 goals, first half, debut. Here's the part that's almost poetic. Iraq's Ayman Hussein scored a goal of his own that night, then turned the ball into his own net in stoppage time. One player ended a 28-year wait with a perfect debut, another ended his own team's night with a moment he'll want to forget. That's the World Cup in one match.
So here's what nobody put together. 3 players, 3 completely different stories. A 38-year-old chasing a record after 20 years of trying. A 27-year-old already ahead of legends with a decade left to play. And a striker ending a 28-year national drought on his very first attempt. Past, present, and future all happening on the exact same day. That's not a coincidence. That's just what World Cup 2026 is doing right now.
So here's my question for you. Does Messi end this tournament as the outright greatest scorer in World Cup history? Or does Mbappe's decade of football left in him mean he's the one who eventually takes that record? Comment your pick below. Subscribe, we're tracking every record this tournament breaks and explaining the parts everyone else skips.